Mayor says people are going to have a very difficult decision to make, pay the bills or possibly have to go hungry. He also fears that there could be some evictions here in the city because these folks are not getting paid, many of them who live paycheck to paycheck, now going on about a month. The government shutdown has dragged on for nearly a month, and with each missed paycheck, more concern over making ends meet.
Bills and mortgage payments, and what am I going to do with my landlord, and how am I going to talk about this with my spouse?
And putting food on the table.
What we've heard from so many of them is that they're depleting their savings.
10,000 people who live in New York City are federal furloughed workers. This morning, emergency help for them as a food pantry in the Bronx has been set up with no end in sight over the stalemate over a southern border wall.
The Democrats are stopping us, and they're stopping a lot of great people from getting paid.
The reality of this in people's lives is not felt or concerned or cared about by the administration.
The government shutdown isn't just affecting the livelihood of federal workers.
We are now entering nothing less than a full-blown crisis.
Food stamp recipients are collecting their funds for February, but beyond that, uncertainty if the program can continue with the government still shut down. That's nearly 2 million people in the city fearful of going hungry.
We're just going to get the food stamps for February this month. How is that? I like to budget myself. You know, when I got a war, it's going to be hard.
And here in the Bronx Parent Housing Network is a nonprofit here in this neighborhood. Today, this morning, they're going to start handing out food to people who come in. Victor Rivera is the CEO. Tell us how you can take advantage of the program.
Well, anyone that is a federal employee, right, that can come in at any time between the hours of 9 and 5, but if they live further, they can call, and we would even deliver the food to anywhere within the 5 boroughs. The Bronx Parent Housing Network is a community-based organization, nonprofit organization that just, you know, we've been feeding hungry people and housing homeless families for the last 18 years, and we just think that it's a travesty that someone that works for the federal government to protect this country is now facing the difference between feeding their family or taking their children to school, paying their rent or being homeless. And we just want to reach out to all federal employees and letting them know that Bronx Parent Housing Network and Councilman Richie Torres is here to help.
What's the address they can go to?
They can come to 488 East 164th Street in the Bronx between Washington and 3rd Avenue.
All right, Victor Rivera, thank you very much for doing what you're doing to help out these folks. As many as 10,000 people affected here in the city. Again, you have food that's available to you starting today. Go to the city's website, nyc.gov/shutdown for more information.